That night, both Rokuro and Benio, though separate, would share in a similar dream. The dream would be of a man and a woman who both shared a pair of wings. They carried a child whose wings were different from that of their parents. While the parents' wings were colored a pure white, a white that shimmered like a fresh snow that came from a winter. The baby that they bore, the wings were as dark as a starless night. The baby, the features were striking, a resemblance of the mother and the father. They were happy together, peaceful, a tranquil picture of unity. The dream gave no interpretation, and just as quickly as it came, it vanished. As Rokuro would awaken the next morning along with Benio, he asked her about what she had dreamt, surprised that she came to a similar conclusion of a dream. "This can't be a coincidence," he would say. "It can't be. For the two of us to dream about the same thing? You think maybe we should ask G-sama about it?" Benio would agree, as that might be the best place for them to get answers. That morning they would arrive to the Seika dorm, as G-sama would finish his conversation with Sagan, who looked none too pleased to see them. Nonchalantly he left for the day, as G-sama would greet the children and their inquiry about the dream. "You say you saw two parents with wings, and a baby with a pair of black wings? Am I correct?" Both children would nod in agreement. "That is rather peculiar, though I can't say for certain that I would know anything about it. I'll try to dig around and see if there's anything I can figure out. Thanks. So, what was Sagan doing here?" "That was none of your business," Sagan said. He had been eavesdropping on them from the other side of the room. "Sagan, you heard us," Rokuro said. "Yeah. So now the twin stars have premonitions. Is this the true extent of your powers, The extent of what you can do?" "Well, no, but I mean, I just..." "Well, idiot student, how about you speak up and just... Will you stop?" "What was that?" Sagan said to Benio. "Stop calling him an idiot student." "Oh, idiot student. That's just the beginning. There are depths to just how stupid and pitiful he truly is. How the both of you are. You continue to flounder around and play as exorcists. Honestly, I don't know just how much more I can take. It's starting to get on my nerves. You both are a waste of time. Going around talking about how you're going to become the strongest exorcist, how you're going to get rid of all the Kagare. Don't make me laugh. You two being the twin stars is the biggest waste of time." "Then what else are we supposed to do?" Rokuro would yell. "Instead of actually helping us, instead of giving us a chance, all you do is lecture us and just... You've got enough room to yell and yap at me. It sounds like you need another lesson." Rokuro! Rokuro had gotten thrown outside as Sagan stepped out, the other members of the Seika dorm being awoken by the commotion. "Why, you? This has been a long time coming, hasn't it? But I figured this was bound to happen sooner or later. Go on. Show me how much you've improved. Let's see if you can land even a single hit on me. I don't need to fight you. I've got nothing to prove to you. You've got everything to prove to me, Sagan said as he kneed him in the gut, kicking him while he was down. You can't even stand to me, yet you've got the balls to stand up and yell in my face. Who in the hell do you think you are? Well, where's all that bravado you had? You talk about how you're going to be the strongest exorcist, how you'll get rid of all the Kagare. You have no business being in Magano. You have no right to be an exorcist. Neither of you do. Do us all a favor. Stay the hell out of Magano. Stay the hell out of our way. Forget about being an exorcist. I just want it. You just want to what? What? Tell me, Rokuro. How many people have to die because of your foolishness? Stop it! Benio would yell. Why? He's your student. Why do you keep putting him down? He trusts you. He needs you. Just like your brother needs you. Or rather, he needed you. Your parents died on your watch. And what could you have done about it besides... Sagan! G-sama yelled. That's enough. You've gone too far now. Alright, G-sama. It's best if I just take my leave. I'll let you watch after the runts. I'm moving on. With that, Sagan would leave from the Seika dorms. As he did, walking down the street, by chance he would bump into his daughter, Myra. He hadn't seen her in over 2 years. The two of them would stop to a cafe to get coffee and talk. As they did, he tried his best to explain things, to try to distance himself from his family. But Myra could see through him and through his act, and she even called him out for his foolishness, for how he was always so stubborn and cruel, always trying to play as the martyr, believing that he was the one who had to sacrifice, even though everyone knew that he only did what he did because he was protecting them from the Kagare. Me and Mom know why you do what you do, and we still love you. We're still family in the end of the day. You know that, Dad. I've got no business being called Dad. But you like it when I call you that. And you hurt Benio and Rokuro's feelings. Stay out of it. And do yourself a favor. Stay away from them. Especially Rokuro. You're only going to get yourself hurt because of it. Of course, for Myra, she cared deeply for the both of them. They were her friends after all. She visited them later on that evening. They weren't doing the best at the moment. She brought food and had it prepared. They were still in a rather glum state. And well, while she was normally one to allow them to have a pity party, she knew that sooner or later they were going to have to snap themselves out of it. Alright, how long are you two going to feel sorry for yourselves after my dad chewed you out? No one's feeling sorry for ourselves, and yes, you are. You guys are feeling like a couple of sorry busybody nobodies in the sorry busybody nobody street district. What? That doesn't even make sense into the... Yes, it does. Yeah, my dad can be a hard, busy, nobody, body, dizzy body, but that doesn't mean you have to give up. You're both talented exorcists, and you're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit. You shouldn't give up and throw in the towel. Now's not the time to just lay down. It's the time to keep trying. You guys are way more talented, way more stronger than I could ever be as an exorcist. Huh? I mean, it runs in the family. At least it should. I know that I probably wouldn't have much talent for it. But you guys, come on. I've seen you guys in action. When you guys work together, when you guys put your minds to it, there's nothing you can't accomplish. So I know better than anyone that there's nothing you can't do. That's why I know deep down you'll figure out a way. You're just going through a bit of a rough patch. You just gotta figure out how to overcome it. Everyone's gotta climb through a high valley at some point. But you won't be able to do it on an empty stomach and having sad feelings. Well, you have a good point, Rokuro would say. And having a decent meal is definitely a good start. Decent meal? Benio said, giving him a dirty look. It makes it sound like you don't like the food that I prepare for you. Well, I mean, compared to Myra's cooking, I would just want to say that, ow! 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 Serves you right. Ow! Benio! Ow! Well, it looks like they're back to their old selves. After enjoying their dinner, Rokuro would walk Myra home, making sure she got there safely, of course, and he wanted to have a way of saying thank you for everything she had done, of course. Myra? Rokuro would say. What is it? I just want, you've always been, well, you don't have to thank me. I was worried about you being an exorcist. I was worried about you getting hurt with everything you'd been through. But I'll admit, Benio was right. Being an exorcist is like being your true self. And being your true self is when you're able to help people. You really are a hero, Rokuro. And that's one of the things I like most about you. Really? You always go on and on about how you always want to have a talent, about finding something that you're good at. To me, it's that you have a big heart. And that counts for a lot. As the two of them walked under the streetlights, they would begin to flicker in a moment of darkness before a light would emerge once again. And suddenly standing, the vestige of a man clad in white. A white suit. But that was all that was there. A white suit, and floating with a top hat and a monocle. But where a face should be, there was nothing else. For where there should be a face, there appeared to be nothing at all. Myra would become startled. Rokuro, feeling a sense of danger, would stand in front of her immediately, feeling a tinge of danger in that moment. Myra, get behind me! What the hell? No need to be alarmed. I didn't come here for a fight. Who the hell are you? Myra. You look just like your mother. It's been so long. I didn't think my baby sister would go on and have a child of her own. What are you talking about? Who are you? How do you know me? Myra would say. The ghostly figure, well dressed like that of a gentleman, would walk towards them. Rokuro attempting to throw a punch, but he phased right through him. As the ghostly figure walked towards Myra, his hand caressing her cheek. So much time has passed. I know you wouldn't recognize me at all. After all, I died before you were even born. But we are family, even if you don't know it. I said, get the hell away from her! Myra, get back! The two of them would disappear. Rokuro, help! Myra was now in his arms, floating in the air. Myra! Rokuro! Everything will be all right. I promise you. Just relax. Besides, you have no one else to blame but your father. After all, he's the one that killed me in the first place. Suddenly, markings would appear on Myra. Markings that Rokuro would recognize. No, not that. Kagari corruption! Benio could feel something in the air. Kineko could recognize it as well. The powerful sensation, the spell energy of a Kagare. Soon enough, Rokuro found himself in Magano, along with the now transformed Myra, who had turned into a Kagare corruption. They weren't too far from the home of Benio and Rokuro. Thus Benio was now joined by his side, just in time to see what had happened to their friend. Myra had now turned into a Kagare corruption, something twisted and evil and monstrous, springing forth multiple limbs as she began to charge towards them. Hey there, Roku. Hey there, Benny. You want to play? I have a new game. The only way to win, we see who dies first. It's your turn. Myra. No. Rokuro, snap out of it. It was you. You did this to her. You son of a bitch! Rokuro would charge at the ghostly figure. It wasn't my doing that did it. I had help in this regard. Still, it does pain me to do this to family. But they were the ones that drew first blood. Rokuro, snap out of it! We don't have time to deal with him. We have to save Myra. But how? How do we save her? Once she's turned into a Kagare, there's no way to... The two of them would be stopped as Sagan would appear out of nowhere. I figured you two would be somewhere involved in this. Don't tell me. That Kagare. It's Myra, isn't it? Sagan, You two. Get out of Magano. Right now. Sagan, What are you going to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to exorcise my daughter. Hey, Dad. You finally made time for me? Hi. I'm so excited. You're always so busy. Mom's always so sad. Can we play together? Forever? Yeah, we can play. I promise. It'll be painless. No, Sagan. Please don't do this. Sagan would engage his Kagari-corrupted daughter in combat. As Rokuro fell to his knees, completely helpless, unsure of what to do. Both he and Benio watching. Even for what he said, he knew that in the end there was no way that Sagan could actually raise his hand against his daughter. Sagan was on the defensive against Myra. How did it end up like this? Myra, my friends, Fushihara, everyone I know, they always keep dying, and I can't stop it. I can't go through this anymore. I can't let this happen again. Rokuro, you're not alone in this. Benio took his hand. Remember the power we used. The resonance. Huh? I think that power, it's not just a power used to fight the Kagare. It's a power that could be used to heal. A power that could be used to save. But how do you know? I just have a feeling. I need you to trust me on this, please. If you want to save Myra, you have to trust me. I need you to do this. Take my hand. Rokuro would reach his hand out to Benio, allowing for their power to resonate together. Sagan, staying on the defensive, found himself being slammed into the ground by Myra. As much as he didn't want to admit it, as much as he tried to act like a cold-hearted bastard, he couldn't kill his own daughter. As she was about to strike him again, suddenly, a flash of violet would come streaking through the sky, almost striking at her. The combined forces of Rokuro and Benio, forcing her to strike back. For Sagan, it was the power of resonance. That spirit energy. The resonance. Did they? The power of the twin stars. Rokuro, Benio. They can actually do it. Sagan! Rokuro turned to his master. Please. Is there a way to save her? You have to tell us. Please, Master, Benio said. Tell us how to save Myra. Tell us how to save our friend. For Sagan, he had reached a point where he would have given up hope of believing that it was possible. But now there was a chance. This was their only chance, their only moment. It couldn't be wasted. He would walk them through the steps, through the chants the talismans that were needed. He would buy them the opportunity, putting his faith in them. When the opening was right, he would give them the chance to strike, allowing them to use the power of resonance to wash away the sin and corruption of Kagari corruption, saving Myra's spirit and her soul. When the process was done, Myra's corrupted soul would wash away, leaving her intact, safe and sound in the arms of her friends. For Sagan, perhaps his judgment had been miscued this time around. Maybe there was hope after all. Hope that could be placed in the twin stars. "Aw, that's no fun at all," a familiar voice said. "There you go, ruining the fun as always, Sagan." You toe," Rokuro said. "I had to go through the trouble of even bringing Myra here." "I figured you'd be behind this." "Oh, not just me. Someone else that's been dying to see you." "Ta-da! The man of the hour. The gentleman ghost." The gentleman ghost stepped forward to Sagan. Sagan not recognizing who he was. "He was the one that took Myra," Rokuro said. "So who are you? Another freak with a grudge to settle against the 12 Guardians?" "No, not the 12 Guardians. Just you, Sagan. You don't remember me? That's fine. After all, it's been so long. I don't expect you to remember much about me or about your past. After all, I was nothing more but a mission, right? A mission. But I have to say, you are shameless, Sagan Amawaka. Not only do you go and kill me, but then you go and marry my sister. Then you break my sister's heart after you knocked her up, left her alone to raise her child. Have you no shame? Sagan's eyes grew wide at that statement. No. It can't be. Satoshi? It's you? In the ghostly flesh. How's it going, Sagan? It's been a while. But how? How are you still alive? Really? That's what you want to ask me right now? How am I still alive? Well, let's just say fate has orchestrated this little family reunion. I've come a long way just to see you. This concludes Twin Star Exorcist Reborn. What if Rokuro and Benio were Hawkman and Hawkgirl? Season 1, Part 9. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned next time as we continue with Twin Star Exorcist Reborn. What if Rokuro and Benio were Hawkman and Hawkgirl? Season 1, Part 10. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings. Signing off, and I'll see you next time.